25, and this is the end of our film score week. I hope you guys enjoy, because this week I made 5 different episodes, including a template about film score. I do really think there's a value into it, and actually pick up the best of this week, which I think was the best. I mixed it yesterday, arranged it, and today we're gonna master it. This is the sci-fi or science fiction episode where we have a little bit of that Blade Runner sound, some really big ambience and texture, some like airy piano and melody. I think it's a very interesting track to be put onto a motion picture. A little bit more, guys, about our live electronic music tutorials. Every single episode that I do is in real time. First of all, it's uncut, unedited. I don't want anything flashy. I want everything real time. No buzz or anything, simply music production. What I'm gonna do today is I will master this track, like I said, but I will still make a template out of this episode, because a mastering template is always useful, because I will adapt it to this specific sound, which is almost no drums. But what I want to do with this track today is really control it and have some substance without really raising the volume to the roof. You know, you don't want to maximize everything. You want to leave some space for the track to breathe, tame the peak, have a really defined mid-range that's really captivating, and have some lows that really push. So it isn't dance music. It's definitely going to be a challenge to do the best out of this track, but I think we'll do that today. So let's get started, guys. I loaded the track. A couple of hints for me, at least from a mastering process, guys. I produced music for 20 years. I mastered hundreds, maybe thousands of tracks, really. And the first thing is to export the track without any compression, nothing. It's very important. 96K, 32 bits. It's in high resolution. I run it in 96K. All the plugins run 96K. I would like to run it in 192. However, Waves plugins, well, at least the version I have, don't do that. So let's check if you're not mastering. Check if you can run plugins in 192. That would be great. I know that Pro Tools been running 192 for a long time, which is it's as close as analog as you get, because the dynamic range is super high, and you can really feel and hear the sound. And that's it, guys. Mastering this sci-fi score, I think it worth have a little bit of a listen first. You can see the loudness here. I have a lot of headroom. A lot of texture, a lot of ambiences. There's still some really strong lows in there too. It's very floaty, very nice. I'm gonna skip a little bit, guys. I'm going to the second part. So there's like 3 kind of different parts to this track. Main intro, big sound. Second part, bit of airy piano in a second. And again, the texture, everything. I have a pad that's accelerating in there. Oh, that was a nice hit. Very trippy. I enjoyed making this track. So this is the third part here. I really enjoy making this track, guys. It's really, give me a lot of emotions. Because I dreamed of making music like this for a long time. Even before I made music, I was listening to this and I was like, wow, this is a genre that is so extraordinary. So this is the big moment, I would call it. So if you guys got a short something you're working on, you want some music, just get in touch, guys. I'm gonna skip to the last part. Oh, right here. Take it from the drop. So that's it, guys. Let's get started right away. So first of all, I'm gonna bring some loudness. However, I'll be light, you know. So let's bring some loudness to start here. So I have a lot of headroom. Like I have like 15 dB of headroom, which I will not use all of it. Anyway, with this, I don't think I can go 12. Sorry, I'm gonna drop that here. It's clipping already, so probably gonna go 9 dB. So I want the peaks to be up there, but I still want to leave some space. So this is good. There's this tube EQ that I started using more and more, which is really nice to bring some fatness to the sound. Do we need it? I think so. To me, it also brings a little bit of a hint of a stereo image that is different. If I listen to it here and listen to it. Yeah, it is a better representation. And then straight, I get a linear EQ here, which I can turn on, which is not quite necessary. We'll go into that later. I'm gonna do L2 to shave the peaks, or just to raise the volume a little bit. However, I really don't want it to work too much at all. It's already sound different, more definition. Then I'm gonna go into our first instance of LINMB, which actually I will probably reset to multi-electro to have a really, and then I can mold it to this. There's a lot of low end to this track, so I really want to preserve this chunk here, so I will put the threshold higher, at least for the low end. I don't want to affect it too much. Then I can play with the rest of the frequency. With, without. So to me, this bring everything into focus. You know, all the sounds are like have a nice contour, and it's just spotless clean. Super nice. Then I get an EPI 2500, which I really don't think I will use on there. I'm gonna turn it on just for fun, but. I don't know, man. It's always a little bit of touch of. Let's hear it when the kicks come. There's no kicks now, of course. Let's. 2 dB. Let's give it 2 dB to see if we're with. It's like a bow. You can even hear this kind of voice in the back that does bow. Without. With. It's a bit more contained. I have to admit, there's a bit in the bass and the lows. It's a little bit more contained. Has a bit more control. I'm gonna keep it there. Got a console EQ. If I really want it, I'm gonna go in the part where we could hear it properly. at the piano here. And then let's hear it. I don't think it's necessary again, but oof, we have some low frequencies here, guys. With, without. Oof. I'm starting to like this console EQ more and more every time I use it. What do we got? 1.6 dB of gain, 2 dB of gain. This is nothing. I think it's just the flavor it brings that I really like. With, without. Yes, it's bringing everything like just so much closer again, so much more intense. So hey, let's do it. Have a center, which definitely could have a great effect on this track. Just turn it on. So now we're going to go wide. Drop the master maybe a little bit here. Let's see it from the start. Okay, without. It's quite center and focus then. Yeah, so it just opened the stereo field quite a lot. It sounds a lot more impressive really immediately without. We didn't raise the volume at all, but we just got dimension in there. Always check the plugins after I did my first pass. Chroma tape? No. SSL Comp? I don't think it's very necessary. Oof. Oh, this track master, I'm gonna have fun listening, just listening to it a couple of times in a row after this, because it's just bring so much out of it. So the glue, let's put in some glue. I need less than this. I don't think I can have less than this. Let's put it without. Okay, with. It's just so much character, guys. I hear it immediately because it's my track and stuff. I did a lot of work onto it to make it sound like it is. But again, this just I would say encapsulate the sound in a way. Nothing does it like this plugin or the original, obviously SSL compressor. There's such a legacy of those compressors been put onto some consoles and then they live on, and it became a standard in music. This sound, this thick sound, you know, that can only be achieved with that. We still have a lot of room with loudness, guys. We keeping some boosting, but not slowly, one step at a time. Then I'm gonna go into our second LINMB, tighten the phase to the max, bring the mid-lows, the mid-high, the highs into be very, very focused. So it's like we raised the volume, but we actually didn't really raise the volume. This we don't use, so I'm gonna remove it. So this is the first. I'm gonna put it into order so you guys can understand a little bit of the phase, and of course you can get this template if you want it. L2 LINMB here. We have the console EQ. I don't know if you guys understand the process of the chain, as the elements tend to balance each other, you know. So I do like a multi-band phase, and then I do some EQ, and then I do a center to widen, and then I do some comp. So I widen and stuff, and then I contain, slower contain, and just slowly kind of irrigate the track into be this channel of sound that is just there that you can listen to on all speakers. I can only tell that for me, when I do it, I listen to it on all sources, it works. Again, I am not a super ultra professional mastering engineer. It will come, I think, with time. It's been a while I'm doing that. But I think the result of what I'm doing speak for itself if you're listening to it right now in your headphones, computer speakers, or iPhones maybe. However, this type of music requires a big sound system, a cinema sound system, something like a 8.1, well 8.2, like big subs and stuff to really feel. Or in headphones very loud too, it could work. Oh, clipping slightly here. So this really brings some air, some brightness that I really like. Then we are pretty much at the end because we did this second instance of LINMB here. Without. Oh no, with. And then we have L316, which I don't know if we're gonna use a lot. No, we have to raise it a little bit more. So I'm gonna bring it to 0 and 0. Turn it on. Then I will do a little bit. Let's see, 3.5 dB. See, the reduction is so little. It's what I want really. So let's see the punch at first. The punch is hitting a little bit, but I really don't want to damage the low end. This is what's important for this track at least. I want the low end to be full, to be integral, to really to have like that boom. And I will not be able to do that if I compress or maximize too much. It will just shrink it, you know, but I want those frequencies to be really present and forward. So let's raise it. 0.2 always. You can see the attenuation here is extremely low. I'm gonna lower it because it's extremely loud. I'm gonna start speaking very, very loud. So guys, I think it's time for a little bit of listening. So I'm gonna raise it actually a bit more. So I'm not gonna tweak the plugins now. I'm just gonna have a look and a listen. Actually quite loud, I'm surprised. Even knowing that the L3 here is barely working, we still achieve a very high average loudness, so Wow, wow, wow. What an intense piece. Little closing segment here. Oof. So alright guys, so this is it for this mastering session, and of course episode 175 of your live electronic music tutorials. I say yours because I do it for you, I'm not doing it for myself. Again, a big thank you for you guys for supporting us on winmigdancemusic.com, buying some templates, uploading some stuff. Big thanks to all you guys. Without you guys I couldn't do those episodes, so guys, most important thing is may the sounds be with you.